I think it's great to have, I went to #1 business school. I went to University of Chicago Business School. It was ranked #1 out of 416 when I was there. Their finance department is, #1 econ department in the world. #1 econ department in the world. #2 finance department in America, only behind the Wharton School. I understand finance quite well. I understand, I know that you have a friend that understands finance quite well, so you're around that type of thing. I know you're very good at math. I understand econ great. I understand finance great. I don't think I have any advantage in those marketplaces, than I'm not smarter than the 200 Asian dudes that created the algorithms for multi-billionaire people that are running major funds. I'm not smarter than their algorithms because they have all that same information and more information than I do. I don't think I have any mathematical advantage in terms of my finance education or economics education. Where I have a tremendous advantage is I'm a much better psychologist than those people are. I know a lot of things about human behavior that I have PhDs, and you've seen some of these people perhaps. I've had many PhDs and various nerds of all kinds that show up on my boot camp, and they can't imagine how I know some of the things I know about human psychology. And I'm fucking great at it. I'm fucking great at it. You've seen that, you know that. All the money that I'm going to make in the next recession, and I'm going to make a small fortune. I'm going to make a considerable fortune, actually. All the money I'm going to make in the next recession is because I have a proficiency at math and a proficiency in finance, econ. I understand the rules and I understand the parameters in which things are, how various assets are traded, et cetera. I understand those parameters, but all the money to be made is to have a good proficiency there and a greater depth in human behavior, greater depth of understanding. Not everything you learn in a textbook, but the pragmatic understanding of how do the humans behave in various circumstances. Because that's what they're going to do. And if I had to pick two things for you to focus on, I'd have you focus on temporal discounting and loss aversion, fear of loss. Because if you look at the studies on just those two things, and I'm going to do a very, very deep dive on this in that program that I talked to you about. But if you look just at those two things, people make extraordinarily irrational decisions. They have an extraordinarily irrational bias towards their short-term emotions over their long-term outcomes. And and people hate looking stupid. The ratio is like 2.2 to 1. So for a person that lost $1, the negative emotions a person feels when they lose $1 in a marketplace versus make $1, they don't look at those things rationally. Lose $1 versus make $1. And the studies on that show it's like, if you lost $1, you have to make $2.10 or $2.20 to net out is back to your equilibrium state,